students, today I'm going to be showing you how to make some pixel art, and first we're going to start off by using Google Sheets to be making some pixel art. So if you have a Google account, go ahead and open up Sheets, open up a blank file. Now this little square in the top left corner, you're going to want to click that because it selects all the columns and all the rows. Because if you don't click that, you're going to have to move all of the sizing individually, and we don't want to do that. We want to save time. So after you've selected all of them and they've turned that dark gray, you're going to hover over the lines separating the columns, the up and down columns. You're going to move your arrow until it turns into a little smaller arrow pointing to the right. You'll scooch it so it's a little bit smaller. You scooch to the left. Then you'll go over to the rows, the side-to-side bars, the little line separating that. You'll do the same. Hover your arrow till it's a small arrow. Try to make all your boxes squares because pixel art is squares. So after you've resized, you can go in with the paint bucket that you see me using, and you'll select your color. I'm going in, I'm doing it individually, I'm going one by one. By the end of this, I'll have made a rainbow. You see like I'm messing up like which color I'm choosing. You can just go right over it, or you can click the undo button, which is at the top left corner. Right now I'm selecting all of them individually, but in a second you're going to see that when you want to select multiple boxes to save time, you just click and you drag down. I will just click and drag. And all the selected squares that I want to change will be outlined in this blue, or they'll turn blue. Just select my color, and now they're all one color. Now I do this a bunch of times. I've sped up this video so that we're not sitting here forever, but you get the point. Now I've just made a simple symbol. You can make way more complex things if you'd like to. You can also pick custom colors by hitting that little plus square. You can change the hue, you can change the saturation, make custom colors to make more complex images. And see, I'm just plotting in that individual color I've made. That's now under custom, so I can just reference that and pick that color super easily. Now, if I said I wanted some space in between that rainbow and I messed up, I can click right on the L on the column I've selected, and you'll see the little drop-down menu says I can insert a column to the left or insert a column to the right. You can do the same thing for rows. If I'd went over to the left-hand side and picked one of the numbers and right-hand clicked over there, I could have picked the option that allowed me to add an extra row or column. So now I have that little space in between my rainbow so that it's a nice U shape. Now when we want to save this file, I want you to save it with your last name underscore pixel art. That way, whoever you're turning in this to can look at the file name and know exactly who it's going to. Now to save it, you're going to go over to File, Download, and I want you to save it as a PDF. That way, when your teacher opens it, they don't have to open it in Excel or they don't have to open it in Google Sheets. When they click on the file, it's just going to save as a PDF. Now, this is the section where I'm going to go in and I'm going to teach people how to make their artwork with paper. Now, I don't have any graph paper, so I figured I would take notebook paper, which already has my one set of lines, and I would just measure the space in between the lines, which for me, it was like 1 millimeter or something. I go through in the opposite direction, I mark every millimeter, whatever it was, connect the two. Now I have all these nice squares. I cut off the excess, and now it's like I have graph paper. I used a pen so that if I use pencil to fill in my squares, it won't erase. And then I went in and I colored each of the squares, just like how I did on my digital version, just went square by square. I decided to outline it with pen because I figured it was nicer with a bold outline around it. And that's pretty much it. You'll take a picture of it, and what you'll do is you'll try to name the file by right-clicking, rename file. You'll name it with your last name, underscore, pixel art, save it as a PDF or a JPEG, and you'll turn it in however you've been turning in artwork to your teacher. Thank you, goodbye, stay safe, stay healthy, and have fun making art.